Mrs. McKinnon called me Friday to come by and pick up the letter Blair had left for me. It felt strange being in his bedroom without him, but I seized the chance to really have a look around and see if anything stood out to me. But his room was neat and tidy, with no clues of what had happened to make him snap like that. I thanked her for letting me come get the letter, reiterated what Mom had said about calling if she needed anything, and then left for home. Normally, I kept my speed within 10 miles of the limit, not wanting to get a ticket. But I needed to know what was in that fucking letter, so I opened up the vet and put it through its paces. As the scenery passed in a blur, I began to understand why everyone loved Mom's car so much. Not only was it pretty, it was fast as shit and clung to the road like glue. Adrenaline coursing through me, I flew down the highway at around 105. Luck was on my side that day. There were no cops around, so I was able to get home in under 15 minutes. The phone was ringing as I walked through the door, and I raced to answer it before they hung up, thinking it might be Mom needing something. "Vanessa, I had to call you." Rosa began, and I could hear that she was crying. "Mom is moving us back home tomorrow." "What?" I cried, sitting down on the floor so I wouldn't fall over. She sniffled loudly. "Our lease on the place is up this weekend, and she's already made the arrangements to have her things hauled back for us," she explained. "I'm sitting here looking at boxes full of our stuff, Chica, and I can't talk her out of it. I tried. I fucking tried, Vanessa, but this business with Blair and Daniel has her scared I'll be next somehow. So we're going back to Arizona." Blair and Daniel were dead, and now I was losing Rosa too. In a fit of rage at the unfairness of it all, I got right back into Mom's car and sped to the nearest drugstore. Picking up 2 boxes of the blackest hair dye they had in stock, I bought it and went right back home to color my hair. "Fuck you!" I screamed, applying dye liberally to my half-brown and half-blonde hair. "Fuck all of you! Fucking go on and leave me alone, god damn you!" The blue-black dye was a startling contrast against me, but the way I saw it, it was a welcome one. My muddy, river water eyes were greener now, and my skin looked a hell of a lot paler. Mom would probably shit herself, but I'd deal with that later. Making sure to clean up my mess, I went to my bedroom next and put everything that wasn't black into the back of the closet. I sat down and experimented with what little makeup I had, and when I realized I didn't have enough, I raided Mom's, taking a tube of blood-red lipstick. I lined my eyes heavily in black, blended it out into a smoky haze, and then applied the lipstick and really looked at myself. "Fuck it," I muttered, satisfied with the changes. And then I went into the kitchen and helped myself to a bottle of Mom's wine. On my second glass, I remembered Blair's letter and retrieved it from my room to open and read. "Vanessa, out of everyone, you were the only one I felt like I could leave this note for. I know you're pissed at me, and you've got a right to be, but I had to know. I had to go see for myself why no one wanted us to go to that place. I wish I'd never set foot inside it. Something attacked me in there. It was dark, and I couldn't get a good look at what it was. It got me good, and I ain't felt right since. I keep blacking out and having no memory of it. You've got to help me figure this out, Vanessa. I can't do it on my own, and I don't want to see anyone get hurt either. I'm sorry I was such a dickhead, but I need help. Badly. Yours, Blair." "It's too goddamn late for that now, Blair!" I yelled, slinging the note aside and refilling my glass. "You stupid motherfucker! You killed yourself and Daniel. What the hell do you think I can do about it now, huh? I can't bring back the dead, you fucking moron. God damn you, Blair!" When Crystal dropped Mom off at 7:40, Mom took one look at me and sighed. "Did you leave me any?" she asked, looking at the empty wine bottle at my feet. I burst into tears. Wordlessly, she sat down beside me and pulled me up against her. "I'm guessing the note wasn't anything good then," she expressed. "He got them both killed!" I yelled. "He fucking got them both killed. And thanks to his stupid decisions, now Rosa's mom is moving them back to Arizona. I've lost all my fucking friends in 1 week." I had never, ever used the F word in front of Mom before, but it didn't even faze her. She just held me while I cried, and when I had stopped, she got up to get another bottle of wine and a glass. "They went down there then," she said, pouring some into my glass and then hers. I nodded. "Blair had already been," I told her. "He went inside, said something got him." Mom took a deep breath, exhaled, and then sipped her wine. "If I were going to venture a guess, I would say he ran into Dr. Jebediah, Vanessa. That man, he was pure evil. The things he did. I'm so glad your uncle never got sent there, even though that bastard's been dead for nearly 100 years now." "I know what he did, Mom," I murmured. "One of the librarians knew the history. I sent Rosa to the front so she wouldn't hear it, but I did. I heard about his experiments. So much death. So much senseless death." "Agreed," Mom murmured. I knew Mom wasn't happy about the changes I'd made to myself, but she never said anything. I guess she knew I had to work things out on my own, regardless of how other kids would view me now. Honestly, I didn't give a shit what anyone thought about me anymore. I was past that point now. Oh yeah, they talked about me all right. I became the witch almost overnight, and anyone who crossed me would be hexed to hell and back. But I still didn't give a shit. I went to my classes with that darkness wrapped around me like a cloak. Like an impenetrable shield I could hide behind to keep from feeling anything anymore. Maybe a month after Blair and Daniel were killed, and then Rosa moved away, we got a new student at the school. He was a senior from somewhere way up in the north, red hair that fell in long, irregular layers around a sharply chiseled face with the darkest green eyes I'd ever seen in my life. He was tall, too, a lot taller than any of the other guys. He wore a lot of black, had both a Jeep and a bike, and the girls fell all over themselves when he walked past. I didn't pay any attention to him, assuming I was beneath his notice. I wasn't pretty, popular, or a senior, so why would Devil in Black have anything to do with me? Imagine my surprise when he pulled up a chair to me in the library one day. "So," he began, his voice a low, almost smoky baritone, "I hear you're the ghost hunter." "Was," I answered, not looking up at him. "I quit." "Hey man, be careful," someone warned him as they walked by. "She might turn your ass into a toad." "Oh, shut it, dickhead," Devlin tossed back and turned back to me. "Why did you quit?" "That's my business," I said, got up, and walked off to leave him sitting there staring after me. For the next week, anytime he found me sitting by myself, he would approach me. "Seriously, why did you stop?" he asked. "Didn't you learn the last time?" I countered and walked away again. Friday, he finally wore me down. Vanessa, please, he tried. Why did you quit ghost hunting? I looked up at him now, my face devoid of emotion. When your two best friends die after visiting a place, well, it makes you reconsider things. I tossed, hoping that would satisfy him and he'd leave me the hell alone. He studied me for a long moment, those green eyes seeming to bore right through me. What happened, Vanessa? He asked softly. I don't want to talk about it, I said, turning away from him only to have him boldly reach over and cut my face to turn it back to his. Now look, asshole! I'm not playing games with you, if that's what you're worried about, he interrupted neatly. I've been watching you for over a week now, trying to figure out how to approach you. I'm quite serious. Fine, I said. Follow me home today and we'll talk. I took it easy on the way home, something that had become increasingly hard for me to do. I discovered that I really enjoy driving fast, but with Devlin following me in his Jeep, I couldn't run off and leave him. Nice place, he commented, looking at the green house with the stone columns out front and the 2-car garage. It's just me and Mom here, I said, taking him inside through the garage. Your dad? He asked. Ran out on us when I was 5, I replied. I don't miss him. Mom sure as hell doesn't miss him. No stepfather? He pushed, curious. Mom likes her freedom, I explained. She dates, but nothing serious. Says she doesn't ever want to have to answer to a man again. Not about anything. Devlin chuckled at that, nodding. I can see her point, I guess. We went to the den and I got comfortable in my usual spot. It surprised me when Devlin chose to sit next to me, but I shrugged it off. I know you aren't from here, so I guess you don't know about the state sanitarium, I began, and he shook his head. It's about an hour or so south of us. I don't know the year it was built, but the doors opened in 1842. They took in the mentally ill and the chronically ill as well. Tuberculosis was huge back then, so most of the state's patients went there, right along with the insane. I paused, my spine crawling. Hey, do you want a drink? There's wine. Is your mother gonna have me arrested for drinking with you? He asked. I laughed. No, I said. I'm allowed to have company, and I'm allowed to have wine, so long as I don't leave the house with it or drive under the influence. Then sure, he replied. I selected a bottle of Riesling and 2 glasses and poured us both a glass. Nice to see someone who knows their wines, Devlin commented, sipping his. Mom used to work at an upscale restaurant before she took this job at the resort, I explained. The owner sent her to a wine seminar or something, so she'd know which wines to recommend to people. I took a sip of mine and sighed. The state sanitarium was known to perform lobotomies, shock therapy, ice baths, and stuff like that on the patients without sedation. But things took a turn for the worse when Jebediah Walker went to work there. I've heard that name, Devlin murmured, brow furrowing in thought. I can't think of where, but I've heard that name, Vanessa. With his reputation, I'm pretty sure you may have, I said. He did some sadistic shit to the patients. Rape and molestation ran rampant, and there were a lot of unwanted pregnancies. He did the abortions. Again, no sedation. Genital mutilation was a favorite of his too, as was the Judas cradle. Oh, Jesus Christ, Devlin said, grimacing. It gets worse, I warned him. There were children there too, Devlin. They were subjected to the genital mutilation too. They were also locked into cages with no food, water, or a bathroom for weeks at a time. And then there was the purging. Purging? He questioned, not understanding what I meant. Purging, I said, and pointedly looked to his ass. Ice water, scalding hot water, or concoctions that cause severe cramping, I'm told. Devlin blew out a breath, trying to absorb the enormity of it. How did he get away with it? Those people were the unwanted of society, Devlin, I replied softly. Plus, the good doctor had some city officials in his pocket. It's pretty fucking easy to look the other way when someone's greasing your palm, I guess. But they were people, goddammit! He yelled, setting his glass down and running a hand through his hair. Those were wives, husbands, mothers, fathers, hell, even sons and daughters. And you're telling me no one wanted them anymore? I blinked away unwelcome tears, turning away from him. Down here, if you were crazy, you were contagious, Devlin, I said. No one wanted to catch the crazy, so you got locked away for life and forgotten about. And your friends went there, he stated, watching me nod slowly. Sighing, he reached to gently pull me closer to him. I'm guessing they met something they didn't need to meet. Blair left me a note. Hold on, I said, getting up to go get it from my room. I handed it over to him, resuming my seat on the couch and picking up my wine to drain the glass in one go. Do you want more wine? I asked, pouring my glass full again. I'm tempted, but no, he expressed, reading the note. We have a spare bedroom if you change your mind, I heard myself say, and immediately wanted to kick myself. Why the fuck had I said that? I didn't know Devlin yet. And what is your mother going to say to a strange man getting drunk with her daughter, and then having to crash in the spare room? He quizzed. Sounds like Blair wrote this a little too late to help. Yeah, I said. He talked Daniel into going with him, offered him $1,000. Daniel's dad had been laid off from work and he needed the money desperately, so he agreed to go. Blair wrapped his car around a tree on the way back, killed them both on impact. Devlin was quiet for a long time, his eyes still on the note he held. What is he asking you to do, though? He asked finally. I can't figure that out. It's simple, Devlin, I said. He wanted me to go find whatever attacked him and find a way to stop it from attacking others. But you know what got him, Devlin murmured, handing the note over. I mean, it's pretty easy to figure that one out. Yeah, I confirmed. Dr. Jebediah got him, and he's still in there, waiting for the next fool to walk through those doors.